David Reid.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. Now, I think most people here would agree that I have a beautiful constituency, and that fact is no secret. Many people visit our corner of Devon, and catering for that tourism means seasonal work is vital to our local economy. Now, last year I visited Devon Cliffs and Ladram Bay, two of the largest and most popular holiday parks in the area. Sites like these support hundreds of jobs, and their impact reaches far beyond the parks themselves, sustaining local suppliers, tradespeople, retailers and service businesses across the constituency. They give young people their first opportunity to step into the world of work, an opportunity to contribute, to earn their own keep, to learn customer service, to work in a team and to lead one, and to develop confidence grounded in real experience. And I think we can all agree that these are skills and experiences that form the foundations of a good society. But the accumulation of taxes levied on these businesses has forced them into an impossible position. Absorb the cost by cutting jobs or pass them on to the consumer. And tourism is a price-sensitive market. Families choosing a holiday will simply go elsewhere if prices rise. Either way, the result is the same. Fewer jobs, and it's the young seasonal workers who are first out of the door. That's how this government's tax policies have deepened the youth unemployment crisis. And that's why tackling the growing number of young people not in education, employment or training must be a priority for the government. Youth unemployment has reached the highest level in a decade outside of the pandemic, and too many young people are leaving education without a pathway into work. Now, Alan Milburn's report found that 84% of young people genuinely want a job. They want to be in education or they want to be in training. Yet the policies of this government are making that harder to achieve. We all know that the longer someone remains out of work, the harder it becomes to find lasting employment, and that's been a point that's been raised by multiple honourable and right honourable gentlemen and members today. Prolonged unemployment damages confidence, limits prospects and increases the risk of long-term reliance on state supports. Yet at the very moment we need the sector to be creating opportunities for young people, businesses within it face mounting pressures. Rising wage bills, higher national insurance contributions, business rates and the burden of excessive red tape, all compounded by unsustainably high energy costs, a point that was raised by my right honourable friend. On top of this, accommodation businesses already face a 20% VAT rate on stays, double the rates charged in France, Italy, Spain and Portugal. And the 2024 autumn budget imposed a £3.4 billion tax on the hospitality sector. The consequences have been serious, and we've all seen this in all of our constituencies. Over 100,000 jobs have been lost in the hospitality sector since that budget. And against that backdrop, the proposed holiday tax would add yet another burden. I recently met representatives from the Professional Association of Self-Caterers who warned that businesses would have no good options: absorb that levy and cut back further, or pass it on to the price that hard-working families would pay for an affordable holiday. Rather than giving this vital sector the confidence and breathing space it needs to invest and create jobs, the government proposes yet another charge, one left at the discretion of mayors who decide whether or not to implement it in their area. That will create stark disparities, with areas that choose not to impose a tax gaining an advantage over those that do. Tourism contributes £147 billion to the United Kingdom economy and supports jobs and growth in every corner of our country. It should be encouraged to grow, not weighed down by ever-increasing costs. And it's not just the holiday parks and the hospitality businesses feeling the strain. The newly passed Employment Rights Tax, combined with the sharp rise in national living wage for 18 to 20-year-olds, the very people who rely on Saturday jobs, summer jobs and the Christmas jobs, is now compounding the problem. The new net zero contract rules actively deter employers from taking on 16 to 24-year-olds. For fear of being locked into offering permanent hours, and we've heard similar stories again from members across the House today. Businesses need the flexibility to take on extra staff over the summer or at Christmas, and the Act takes that flexibility away. This legislation does not create job security, it creates job insecurity. Madam Deputy Speaker, the young people of Exmouth and Exeter East do not want handouts. They want a first job, a first wage and a first step. Business in my constituency stand ready to give them that chance, but they cannot do so while this government taxes, regulates and burdens them at every turn. So I urge the Minister, scrap the proposed holiday tax, ease the pressure on hospitality and restore the flexibility that seasoned employers need. Give our young people back the ladder of opportunity before this government kicks it away entirely.